comes on to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Cousins. Rolling to his right. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40. Until setting down. 34 yards that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Vikings had 8 and 5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting...
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Taylor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Colts.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. And now it's 2nd down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Cousins throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Play action now. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're saying right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column to see how he responds. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, it's Taylor. And some room to run now. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18, and a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 to score as they begin first and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Cousins. Goes right back to Smith again. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll throw again. Cousins. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Second down, another run with Taylor. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense will take center stage.
And don't you think the both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Following the interception, Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 38 yards. The Vikings have taken the lead. We know he can be explosive, and he's also explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Third and 2, now Ryan. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. This is taken at the 23. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. He's going to be taken down at the 33. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Ryan. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st down, Ryan. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan, throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A give for Taylor running right side. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A 1st down now, pick up the 25. Cousins to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan going deep here for Taylor. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Colts. Well, this has been a signature of his over a sensational career since entering the league back in 2008. And you can see still plenty of strength left in that arm for the former MVP. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Colts 14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a good catch as he was able to get both feet in. Executed 22-yard gain.
As they begin this drive, return attacks and support with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle there by Nick Cross.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Cook again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. 135 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
When you count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the 2nd half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at the 33-yard line.
You're looking there at the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league and took getting going. And no question his speed coming into the game. But when he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Cousins on 1st down. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Hines now on the return. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a give to Taylor. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll start with great field position force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Throwing here, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Here's Cousins. Flushed out right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, that's the nature of a 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Cousins. Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Cousins. Open man is Davidson, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Cousins here to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. His zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game. And they do win it on the final play. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number, Might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Colts, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they will be at home next week to take on